Hey yarn friends, welcome back to LlamaMamaKayla's Yarn Tube. Thanks for stopping by today. I have already had a morning, but let me tell you this, that happened just before I started to film. Like I clicked it to turn it on and then I saw that the meter reader was driving up, so I turned it off again because I figured the dogs were going to go crazy. And so I was watching him in the security screen here, and so he came up and he was reading the meter. Well, the chickens could hear that someone was outside, and so they all come rounding the corner of the house, and that little fella ran to his truck as fast as he could. Those chickens scared him to death. It was hilarious. I guess some people are scared of chickens. I don't know, but it was funny. It was pretty funny. I was laughing so hard. And I'll go ahead and address this right off the bat so you don't worry. You will hear a dog barking in the background. That is Ginger. She belongs to Elijah, and she is a border collie Aussie mix. So she's a large dog. Sweet, very sweet dog. She's just a large dog, and I can't handle her that well. She's super hyper, and so she's in her kennel in the back of the den. Elijah's at school, so she stays in her kennel while he's, away, or anytime we leave the house. We put all our dogs in kennels. And so she's in her kennel until he comes home from school, which will be about another hour or so. So she's fine. She's safe. She's just barking because she hears me up here. And she wants me to come let her out of her kennel, which I'm not going to do because if I let her out and she runs off, I can't go chasing her down. And we've already lost one dog recently, so I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to cry, and I'm not going to go through that again, so I'm not letting her out. But anyway, if you hear the dog barking, which I know you probably can, that is it. I just didn't want y'all to worry that something was wrong with the dog and I was ignoring it. She's perfectly fine, and Phoebe is perfectly fine too. And I've already had a crazy morning because we are down a couple of vehicles. Dakota's vehicle's down, so he had to be at work at 7, and then Elijah had to be at school at 8, and Jody had to be at work at 8. Well, Dakota's work is pretty close to the house. It's not that far. Elijah's school is 30 minutes east from our house. Jody's work is 45 minutes west from our house. So, no, I said that backwards. But anyway, one's 30 miles, and one is 45 minutes. I don't know the miles on his. But anyway, so this morning we had to get up super early, take Dakota to work, then take Elijah to school, and then go all the way out to Jody's work. And then I came home and trying to film and stuff, and then I have to go back and get Elijah at 12, and then go back and get Dakota at 3, and then we'll go from there to Jody's work and get him at 4. So yes, I'm spending the day in the car, and so I wanted to go ahead and film this while I had a few minutes at home, but just a crazy day. Okay, so Phoebe, are you ready for your treat? Are you ready? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Are you ready for your day 4 treat? Yeah. Yeah, let's see what you got. Oh, Phoebe. Oh, look at there. One of your favorites. You can have this until it's time for me to leave. It is a chewy stick. It'll take her a while to chew on that. Matter of fact, she'll chew on it until she's pretty much tired of it. And then Django, Elijah's little dog, will jump up here and get it. But I don't let her have those while I'm not home, so she can have it for now, but it'll keep her occupied. Okay, so let me get my day 4 bag and see what's in there. And I am enjoying these little bags, just seeing what yarn the kids pick to put in there is kind of exciting. Oh yeah, I've seen this yarn. I've seen this one. So I haven't used this yarn yet, but I can't wait to make up a stocking with it. And this is that super bulky, I guess. It's probably a 5 or a 6 yarn. But this reminds me so much of those ties that we used to put in ponytails or pigtails when I was little. Bright colored, I guess it was yarn. I don't know. They were big, chunky ties. I know I have pictures somewhere of me with those in my hair. So anyway, later today, sometime or another, maybe I'll take it with me and work on it while I'm in the car. Once I pick up Elijah and he can drive. And I'll make a little stocking with that. And I'll show you the other stockings. And the other thing I'm finding here is, woohoo, a chocolate Santa. Y'all don't care anything about the Santa part, but the chocolate, yes. Oh yeah, I'll put this in my drawer down here and break me off a little piece of that once in a while. So that's cool. Alright, so anyway, sorry about the bag. I want to show you the stockings. So I'm going to move the camera just a little. I'm trying to do it really slow. Oh, let's see. I was hoping you could see. Yeah, okay, so you can see the 3 stockings there. So tomorrow I'll add my next little stocking in there. I think those stockings are turning out so cute. And I might look for some numbers to put on them so that next year I have them numbered 1 through 25. I'm probably going to ask Seta where she got, what kind of numbers did she put on the thing that she made for Terry at Yarn Joy Podcast. She made her a, it's like a banner, a wall hanging, and it has a tree on it, and it has all these little pockets, and each pocket has a number. And I don't think the numbers are crocheted. They look really, really neat. I think they're store-bought stickers, felt, or something. So I may ask Seta where she got those numbers, or ask Terry what kind of numbers they are. She might could just tell me if they're stickers or nylon, vinyl, or what they are. So I want to get some numbers like that and put on these little stockings so that they're numbered for me for next Christmas. Anyway, so this morning I read Luke 4 while we were in the car. And you know how you can read something from the Bible? Well, this is what it is for me. I don't know about for you, but sometimes I can read something in the Bible, you know, a passage or something. I take something away from it. And then, like, you know, 6 months, a year later, I can read that same passage again and get a totally different meaning. And so when I read Luke 4 this morning, it dawned on me for the first time, and I don't know why, but it's just kind of dawned on me for the first time that, you know, Jesus had temptations and lived through trials, and, you know, he was shunned by people. And I mean, I did know that. I guess the temptation part was the part that stuck out to me the most. You know, and every day we have temptations, and we have to make choices, you know, whether we're going to do the right thing, the wrong thing, say the right thing, say the wrong thing. Are we going to join in on whatever gossip or drama or whatever is going on in our lives or family, friends' lives and stuff, you know, or on Facebook? So we have to make the choice, you know, because we are faced with temptations every day of the year. You know, and so it just kind of hit me this morning like, whoa, you know, Jesus was faced with temptations too. And so, you know, Satan was tempting him and being that little voice telling him, you know, things. And, you know, I do that to myself. I'll tell myself, you know, oh, you're not good enough. This isn't good enough. You're not doing that right. Nobody's going to like that. Or, you know, and, you know, it's just Satan talking and trying to talk me out of doing whatever I should be doing. So, anyway, I didn't mean to go on that long about it. I just wanted to mention that kind of struck me this morning as like, whoa. So, anyway, tomorrow night is the art crawl that Dakota and I are supposed to participate in. Well, as of right now, we are participating in it. Do I have my stuff together? No, I'm nowhere ready. I don't have anything priced. I don't even have my stuff together. I have some Rubbermaid totes, well, Sterlite, whatever kind of boxes they are. I have some of those that are full of projects that I'm gonna take, but I also have projects like, I don't know, in bags and just stuck here and there, and I haven't got anything out together. I don't have anything priced. I don't even know if I have any tags. I'm just not ready for this. I don't have any business cards printed. I don't even know how we're setting up. Dakota did tell me that whenever Elijah got home from school today, to tell him to get out our folding tables and wipe them down and make sure they were clean. But I am going to go pick up some tablecloths for them later. But, you know, I don't know how we're going to organize stuff on the tables. We don't have anywhere to hang anything. I mean, a brick wall is going to be behind us. So, who knows what's going to happen. I'm going with no expectations whatsoever. You know, it's a fun night, and I know lots and lots of people who go to the art crawls, and people are in the art community. So I'm just really going as a fun night to hang out with them and say hi to people I hadn't seen in a while. And if I make some sales, that is great. I'll be more than thrilled, but I'm not going with expectations of, you know, like hoping I sell out or anything like that. Just, you know, I wish I had some business cards to pass out, but it's just not going to happen between now and tomorrow night. So, anyway, if I did make some sales, that would be awesome, awesome. Like I said, we have 2 vehicles down, plus Elijah takes his national registry test next week, and it's $200 just to take that part of the test, and then he'll have to pay another $80 to take the second part of the test. And so, yeah, it wouldn't hurt if I made some sales and was able to cover that. It would be great. But anyway, and he's taking his test on his birthday, so I hate to tell him that the test is his birthday present. Usually we take, usually when one of the boys' birthday, we take them out to eat at their restaurant of choice, and both of them always choose Olive Garden. We go there twice a year, once for Elijah's birthday and once for Dakota's birthday. And then we usually give them money and let them go pick out some clothes or whatever it is they need at the time, which would be clothes. But anyway, so Elijah's birthday money is going to national registry testing. So, I hate that for him. That's just the way it is, you know. I mean, he'll be 20. So, I mean, he understands that, you know, but when Dakota's birthday rolls around in February and he'll be 28, we'll be taking him out to eat and, you know, giving him money to go buy clothes or whatever. So it may not seem like it was fair to Elijah, but it'll be okay. Okay, I'm just rambling. I guess I'm home by myself and just felt like rambling. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, so I will see you all again tomorrow, and I hope you all have a blessed day and you have lots of happiness going on in your life. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all again so very soon.